Hi, folks. I am with Chris Bolzan. She is the Chief Operating Officer for the Gloucester Marine Genomics Institute. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Hi, Kory. Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. Some pretty strange times we're living in right now.
Sure thing.
Yeah, so just for starters, you want to give the public the A to Z on what GMGI is all about?
Oh, happy to. For the folks who are familiar with us and those who are new, you likely have heard that we have been around for almost 7 years now. The Gloucester Marine Genomics Institute was founded by some local entrepreneurs, scientists, and business owners who were concerned when they saw things in Gloucester taking a downward spiral with the decline of the fishing industry. And they got together with a real deep passion for the community, for its people, for the economy in the area, and decided they'd take a three-pronged approach to once again looking to the ocean as a resource for our community. And that three-pronged approach is kind of tackling the problems that they saw from different fronts. The first being, and the area that they led with, was the development of our Biotechnology Academy. So the Academy has been around for 4 years now. We are currently educating our fourth class of students, and it is focused on training local recent high school graduates to become biotechnology lab technicians. It's a phenomenal program where students have 6 months of lab and classroom training, learning cutting edge, state-of-the-art techniques to work in some of the biotech and life sciences companies in Boston, Cambridge, and on the North Shore.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic program. And currently our students are on their internships, which is something I can tell you a little bit more about when we talk about the current environment.
Sure. So I guess that's the first question now is what is going on at GMGI? I mean, is there staff there at all, or is everyone working remotely?
Sure. So we have such a fantastic dedicated group, and we took action very quickly last week. So before things got really difficult and really constrained, we put together a plan together with our director of science, Andrea Bodner, and we identified what could be done remotely, what had to be done in the office, and who was cross-trained on which responsibilities. You know, first and foremost, we want to take care of the health and safety of our team, be responsible to the community, contain the virus, but then also do whatever we can to keep our mission moving forward. So right now, the majority of the staff is working from home. Our students were already off on their internship, so the academy facility is currently closed. A research institute has remained open with a skeleton crew that's working really hard to keep ongoing science experiments continuing, to keep our sea creatures and cell cultures alive, and to make sure invoices are getting paid and deliveries are received.
Right.
It's about 3 to 4 people rotating in and out of the lab to keep a safe distance from each other. But for the most part, the team's working from home.
Thanks. And so as far as I know, we're posting to get new applicants for the new class of biotechnology students. Is that on hold for now, or how is it business as usual? How are you proceeding with that?
No, that's a great question. And I'm really glad you're giving me an opportunity to talk to the public about it because we are actively still recruiting for the class of 2021. We anticipate being able to start a new program in early September, and we're actively accepting applications. What's made it really difficult is that we can't be out at recruiting events and visiting schools and going to college fairs like we have done in the past. So we're leveraging social media, we're doing virtual interviews via Skype and Zoom and FaceTime and Google Hangout, whatever our students need. And we're actively asking our alumni to provide referrals to us. Word of mouth is really powerful for us, but we still anticipate starting a class of 20 in September. So anything the public can do to help spread the word about our amazing program would be wonderful.
That's great. What about the summer science camps?
Summer Science Camps is up in the air right now. We are still accepting applications and maintaining the calendar that we've published on the website for the 2 weeks that are scheduled, but we're not sure if we're going to be able to hold those. Just like everything else going on right now, we're playing it by ear, planning for the best, for preparing for any outcome.
It's pretty crazy right now. It's
tough.
precarious times. Okay, so that's great, Chris. I appreciate it. Um, I'm just wondering, what's it like for you personally to have to be away from the brick and mortar of it all?
It's tough because one of the best parts about working there is the team is fantastic. It's a really fun, supportive, engaged, smart group to be around all day. So I miss seeing everybody. It's only been a few days, but
Yeah.
we set up Zoom accounts for everyone so that we can physically see each other every day. It's better than just conference calls. We've been still having all of our regular meetings and team check-ins, and we're going to do a once a week all staff Zoom so everyone can just come together, share best practices for working remotely, and check in with each other. I felt bad it's St. Patrick's Day, which is really celebrated in my home, and I ran into the office this morning and left some treats and homemade soda bread for the team that's holding down the fort in Gloucester. So, trying to do what we can to keep everybody's spirits up and stay in touch with each other.
How difficult is it to do lab work and research remotely with a team?
So, yeah, a lot of the work that is going on with the research staff, so we've got 10 on the research staff. Some of them are working on publications. We are really close to finishing the big project on the lobster genome. So there's a lot of downtime from the lab writing and writing grant applications and doing some of the data analysis behind the genomics work that they do. So there is a lot of work that can be done remotely, but keeping our marine life alive, maintaining some of the experiments going on with the sea urchins, our cell culture lab, all those things do need to be maintained. Fortunately, we have a very large space. So for 3 people to be occupying a space that could suit 20 is really, I think, still safe and doable.
Mm-hmm. So lastly, the 1623 staff were sort of banding this about when they knew I was going to be talking with you today. And they want to know if you or the researchers there have ever dealt with anything like the coronavirus in the marine world.
Not that I'm aware of, but I can check in with Dr. Bodner about that.
Yeah.
None of our current work is tangential to the work we know our counterparts in Kendall Square are focused on to try to help tackle this situation. But it has been exciting for us that some of our research collaborators, Sherlock Biosciences, for example, have been asked to step in and contribute to solutions. So we're hearing lots of great, exciting things coming out of Cambridge and Kendall Square, and we're just doing everything that we can on our part to support them and stand with them as we really value all of the scientists trying to address these challenging times.
Well, I thank you so much for spending some time with me today, Chris. I know it's not easy, but I think you have the Skype thing down.
Getting there, right?
Yeah.
No,
So, is there anything else you want people to know about GMGI or how they can learn more or get in touch with you?
well, we'd love to hear from people right now because it's tough being a nonprofit in this environment and keep things going. We're pretty worried about all of our students on internships and the lack of consistency and disruption to their experience that this is going to cause. So we're thinking a lot about them, and our director of education, John Doyle, is reaching out and really focusing on supporting that group. But we're keeping things going. We're grateful for the community support. We would love to hear from people. And we were happy to have the chance to check in with you guys today.
Thanks so much, Chris. And again, that's gmgi.org if you want to get more info out there about the great things they're doing at the Gloucester Marine Genomics Institute. Chris Bolzan, thanks so much.
Thank you, Kory. Have a great day.
I'm going to check in with you soon, okay?
Okay, sure thing.
Follow up on this conversation, all right? Be
Sounds
well.
good. All right, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.